technology, React, Angular, JavaScript, CSS, SCSS, these technologies I am handling. In this demonstration class, I will give you some idea about what is React.js and what are the advantages of React.js. These concepts we are going to discuss now. Yes, before that, we need to discuss something about client-side scripts. Okay, what is client-side script and what are the advantages where we can use the client-side scripts? So these concepts we need to discuss. Okay. Now 1 second. Yeah. So first of all, if you take any website, yeah, every website contains two phases. One is design phase, another one is coding. Yes, yeah. So in design phase, we are creating user interfaces. Okay, yes. This design phase, we are creating user interfaces. So user interface means what is that? Nothing but the front page which we are displaying to the end user. Okay, yes. So for that, we are using some technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Like there's some technologies we are using. Next one, coding point of view. Okay, if we take coding, yeah. In this coding phase, we are creating logics. We are implementing the logics. Yeah. Those logics, two types of logics every website contains. So one is client-side logics. Next one, server-side, like that. Every website contains both client-side as well as server-side logics. Yes, yeah. What is client-side script? Okay, yeah. So executes in client system using browser. Yeah. Client-side script is executing. Client-side script is executed where? In client system using browser. And server-side script executes in server or web server. Like that, in web applications, okay, to implement the logics, there are two types of scriptings we are using. Yes, one is client-side script, another one is server-side script. So client-side script means it executes in browser. Server-side script is executing in web server. So examples for the client-side script, if you take JavaScript, React, Angular, all this comes under client-side scripts examples. Okay, means we can develop the client-side scripts by using these technologies. JavaScript we can use, React we can use, Angular we can use, Backbone JS, Vanilla JS, Knockout JS, like the different types of technologies are there to work with the client-side logics. And to work with server-side logics, we are using yes, JSP, Servlets, PHP, ASP, okay, Node, like that different types of technologies are there to work with the server-side logics. Is this clear? Yes. So once again, if you observe, every website, it contains two pages. One is designing phase, another one is coding phase. Designing phase, we are creating the user interfaces. Okay, user interface is nothing but the front page which we are displaying to the end user. That is user interface. Yes, and in coding phase, we are implementing the logics. So two types of logics are there. One is client-side logic, another one is server-side logics. So client-side logics are executing in browser, server-side logics are executing in web server. Got it? Yes. Now, React.js. What is React.js? Okay. So React.js is nothing but a client-side script. It is open source client-side script. Yes. If you implement logics in React.js, those logics were executing in server machine or browser. In which location those logics are executing? Tell me. Hmm?
Browser.
Yes, those logics are executing in browser. So for example, Facebook contains React.js code. Okay. So as well as server side also. In Facebook, server side code is PHP, and for client side, they use it React.js. Now, when you type facebook.com in your browser through internet connection, you are connecting with the Facebook website, and that home page is loading into your browser. At the time of loading that home page, the original client side script is downloading into your browser and executes in your browser. That is the concept of this. Yes. So what the client side script we are implementing, so that client side script is downloading into the client system, and there it is executing. But server side script is not like that. So server side script is executing a server mission. Only result is downloading into the client's mission. That is the difference between client side script and server side script. Is this clear? Yes. Now, as a UI developer, we are working with this client side coding point of view, and server side programmers, they implement the logics with the server side scripts. This is not our responsibility to implement server side coding. So as UI developer, we are working with client side coding. Is this clear? Yes. Now, if you take client side scripts, which type of concepts we can implement using client side script? Where exactly we are using this client side script? That is the main point. Is it clear? Where exactly we are using this client side script? Yes. So client side scripts we are using in many point of views. First one is to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. So this is very common interview question. When we are using client side script, what is the role of client side script? So why we are using client side scripts? Which type of concepts we can develop by using client side scripts? That is very common question. So first point, to apply dynamic functionalities on HTML controls. That's the first point here. So by default, all HTML controls, if you take, those are static controls. Static means properties of controls cannot change once the page is loaded. Okay. At the time of designing the application, so what are the properties we are providing? Those properties only available after execution. In runtime means at the time of execution, you want to change the properties, not possible. That is static concept. But using client side scripts, we can convert that HTML control as dynamic control. So one example I will show you for better idea, then you will get more clarity. Now here, one HTML program I am creating, just I have given that name demo.html. So what is the name I have given? Demo.html. Now in this program, I want to display one image control. Yeah, here I have mango.jpg, one image is there, apple.jpg, like that. In my desktop, I have many images. I want to display so one image. I guess some people may have idea on this HTML. If you don't have idea, no problem. I will discuss the HTML concepts here. So now img source. Source means which image you want to display. Mango.jpg, and width is equal to 100 pixels. That image size is 100 pixels. Yes, img source is equal to mango.jpg, and what the width of this 100 pixels I have given. Now save this. Open that file. Yeah, this is demo.html. So it displays image control. What is the source of this image? Yes, that is mango.jpg. Is clear? So is this static control or dynamic control? Tell me.
Static.
Static means what is the meaning? So see, first of all, how many properties have given to this image control? SRC property and width property. Yes, SRC is mango and width is 100 pixels. With these properties, it is loaded. Now, this is runtime. Application is loaded. Okay. So at runtime, I want to change this source, or I want to increase the width, or I want to increase the height. Is it possible by default? Not possible. So for that only we are taking the support of JavaScript or any other next level technologies of JavaScript like React or others. Okay. So here we are working with this React. Got it. So my requirement is, for example, if I click on the image control, what is the default source we have? Mango. That mango I want to change as apple.jpg. Is it clear? If I click on the image control, mango.jpg, I want to change as apple.jpg. Is it possible with only HTML by using HTML? Not at all possible. For that, we are taking the support of client-side scripts. Now here I am using, yes, simple code I'm writing. Don't try to understand this code. We will discuss with React all these points. So just to have some idea what is dynamic and what is static. So I'm using this one. So now, yeah. So when I click on this image control, I'm executing JavaScript to change the source of this image. What the new source I have given? Apple.jpg I have given. So this entire statement is JavaScript statement. We are executing with on-click event. So many events are available. I will discuss with you all these events. Now, if I refresh this, and if I click on this one, is it changed or not? Yes, it is changed. Means at runtime, we are able to change the source of this image. Like that, not only source, any property we can change here. Height we can change, width we can change. Not only image properties, any other controls like text box button, like that many controls are there. All these controls, okay, properties we want to change at runtime. Then we are taking the support of client-side scripts. That's the first reason why we are. Okay, next one here. Second reason, to validate input controls. The input controls validation point of view also we are using this client-side scripts. For example, I want to check username is empty or not, password retype password matching or not. So these type of validations you want to execute. Then also we are taking the support of client-side scripts. It is clear. And next one, to execute logics in browser. Already I told you. So if you write any logics with client-side script, it may be JavaScript or React, whatever it may be. So those logics are executed where? In browser. Okay. In case if you write any logics by using PHP or JSP, ASP, those logics are executing in server mission. Yes or no? Yes. Yeah. For example, you are creating one calculator program. So user will press numbers and some operation buttons like plus, minus, etc. When user performing these calculations, you want to run some logics. So if you implement that program by using client-side script, those logics are executing client system only. Immediately client can see the result. In case if you implement those logics using server-side script, then so for every operation plus or minus whatever it may be, request is going to the server, there it is processing, a response is coming back to the browser. For this entire round trip it takes some time. So that's why here, so in execution point of view, results point of view, so client side script results are very faster than server side scripts. Is this clear? So due to this reason, most of the logics in web applications we are implementing by using client-side scripts only. Is this clear? Next one, to work with Ajax. Yeah. So Ajax is very common these days. You want to call the API services or you want to send a request to the server without submitting the web page. In that point of view, taking the support of Ajax concept. Ajax stands for asynchronous JavaScript and XML. So in order to work with Ajax, we are taking the support of these client-side scripts. So we will discuss here how to work with the Ajax and how to call the API services, how to access the data from database MongoDB and display the data in the front page, and by using React, how to apply the CRUD operations like insert, delete, update these operations. Yes, access is there, fetch is there, XML HTTP request is there. Like that, many APIs are available to work with this Ajax. So everything we'll discuss here. So like that, these are the major points, okay, about the client-side script. So in interviews, if they ask you question, yeah, what is the purpose of client-side scripts? When we are using client-side scripts, then your answer would be like this. Is it clear? Yes. Now come to the React.js. So is React.js client-side script or server-side script? Tell me. Is it client-side script or server-side script?
Client side.
Client-side. It is executing in browser, right?
Mm.
Yes. In client system using browser, it is executing. So now here, come to the history of React.js. React.js is library of
JavaScript.
Yes, it is library of JavaScript. So it is supporting the all JavaScript concepts. Additionally, more features it is providing here. So what are these additional features we need to discuss? Anyhow, React.js is library of JavaScript. Is it clear? Yes. So this React.js, if you observe here, initially they implemented this React.js to work with the Facebook application. So in Facebook, chat concept is there. Na? So initially they used this React in chat, means only for the chat purpose they implemented this technology. Facebook implemented this technology to work with that chat concept. Okay. Actually in Facebook, Mr. Jordan Waki. Yes. So one of the programmers of Facebook so implemented React.js around 2013. He released that public version in 2013. The main reason behind that implementation to implement the chart concept, chart related some functionalities, they implemented this React.js. And it is maintaining by Facebook Corporation. Initially, it is used in Facebook. After that, so Instagram and Apple, like that, these days, so many websites they're using React.js as the client-side script. Okay, so here we have versions like 17 and 18 also demo is available here. So packages, so like the many enhancements are there, extensions are there. So I will discuss with you what are the features they added in the newly released versions. So this is the basic information of React.js. Okay, very basic information. So what is React.js? Yes, tell me what is React.js? So in your words, I want to hear. Yes. What is that? Is it client-side script or server-side script?
Client side.
Yes. React.js is client-side script. Ravindra, is it clear? Are you getting? Reddy, Priya, Ravan, Rohit, Sinu, all of you understanding my points, I guess, right? Yeah. So now here React.js is library of JavaScript. Okay. It is nothing but the library of JavaScript. So JavaScript is client-side script and React also it is an open source client-side script. Okay, fine. So this React.js we are using in web applications as well as mobile application development also we are using this React.js. Okay, as a client-side coding. So that is the basic information. And Jordan Waki implemented this in Facebook Corporation to work with chat concept of Facebook. Initially, they implemented this one. So this is the basic history of this React. Now, any questions you want to ask? Till now, we discussed some points. So before starting the next concept, you have any queries, you can ask me. So don't ask questions about the course concepts, okay, like how many days it is taking and what are the prerequisites. All these things I'll discuss by end of the session. Technical point of view, any questions, any queries you have? Hmm? Yeah, guess these are clear. Yeah, tell me, Reddy Priya, you have any doubt?
What is the main difference between React and Angular, sir?
Yeah. So here, so that is good question, but this not right time to understand the points of this. See, I will tell you the points. Okay. You're asking the difference between React and Angular, right? So
Yes,
React
sir.
is a library. Angular is a framework. Okay. And React is JavaScript based. Angular is TypeScript based. Next one, React supports data binding. Angular also supports data binding. In React, only one-way data binding is there. In Angular, one-way and two-way data binding we have. And React.js supports, okay, single-page application. Angular also supports single-page application. There is common in these two technologies. And React, we have virtual DOM. In Angular, there is no virtual DOM. So here some points are there, but already I told you now. So you have, to understand these points, you should have some idea about the points. So data binding, I told you. Okay. First of all, what is data binding? If you know that, then you can easily compare in data binding point of view, right? What is DOM? If you know that, then you can easily compare. So what is the differences between Angular and React in DOM point of view? Is it clear? So that's why to understand the differences, you should have some idea about these technical things. Then only can understand. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Anyhow, the basic thing is it is library. React is library. It is providing set of functions. Okay. Inside the JavaScript only we are implementing that. We are using the React libraries. But Angular is framework. Framework is providing separate structure to implement the logics. We have entirely separate structure in Angular to implement the logics. But when you take this React.js, so in the JavaScript only, inside the JavaScript only, we are using that React.js. Is it clear? Yeah, that is the concept of it. So it is just library of JavaScript. So not framework. Framework is providing entirely different structure to implement the logics, everything. That is the concept of this. Yes? Yeah. So any more queries? Okay. Now you can ask me one question, sir. Already JavaScript is there. Okay. In 1995 only JavaScript is introduced. Later, they added many versions and many features. So that is very great technology. Really, JavaScript is very great technology. So already JavaScript is there. Now, then why React? What are the more benefits we have in this React compared with JavaScript? So those points we are going to discuss now. Yeah, so I will tell you about this question. My JavaScript knowledge is zero. Yes, sir. Here I will discuss the JavaScript concepts initially. Okay, then only we will discuss the React.js concepts. Already I told you, the end of the session, I will give you that points. So what is the pattern I'm following? Yes, what are the things I'm covering? Everything I will discuss with you. Okay, fine. Now here, features of React.js. Yes. So what are the features we have? Those features we are going to discuss now. First of all here, yeah, supports data binding. Yeah. So actually this data binding concept is not there in JavaScript. In React.js, we have this concept, data binding concept. What is data binding? Okay, that we are going to discuss. That overview I'm giving to you. So first of all, see, this concept is there in Angular also. Okay. Now, one second. Yes. See, I have one variable, for example, serial number is equal to 100 like this. So variables we are using to store some values in our programming. So we are creating many variables according to the requirements, right? So I have taken one variable, name of this variable is serial number, value is 100. Now my requirement in this variable, I want to display one control. It may be text box or any other control. So then we are executing some logic. Okay. Yes. So in this logic, reading that variable value and displaying on the control like this. Yes. So this logic, in this logic, we are writing some statements like if it is JavaScript document.get element by ID, these type of functions are there. So we are reading that variable and displaying on this text box. Now my requirement is if this variable is modified from another location, same variable I'm using in another text box or in another location, in another function. If this variable is modified, then I want to update here. Yes. So for that, for example, this 100 is changed as 200 from other location. Then without execution of this script, without re-execution of this script, can we access this value here? Not possible. Again, you need to execute this script and read the updated value and display on this text box. So like 200 like this. That's the scenario working here. Yes, but this concept is very uh, headache concept to the programmer. Every time I want to observe the variable updates and those updates I want to apply on these bindings. That is tough task to the programmer. For that, data binding concept is introduced. What is the main purpose of this data binding? Yes. So while working with this data binding, we don't execute any code here. We don't no need to implement any code to access the variable and display the control. Simply here, so we are creating a connection between this variable and control. So this connection only we are calling as data binding. For this connection, some properties are available. We are taking the support of these properties to establish the connection between this variable and control. What is the main purpose of this connection? Whenever variable is modifying, variable value is modifying, automatically it is updating on this output control. So that is the main purpose of this connection. So as a programmer, you need not worry about the update and delete these type of concepts. So if update is happened, automatically the view is updating itself because we are establishing a connection between that data. Data means nothing but variable and view. View means nothing but output control. It may be table or text box or anything. Yes, that is the concept of data binding. It reduces the burden on the programmer's logic and very helpful for us. Okay, how to work with the data binding, I will discuss. So that is the first point which we have. Next one here supports MVC pattern. Yes, model view controller concept is there. We can design the applications with the specific design patterns like MVC pattern we can use here. What is the benefit of this? We can separate the code. Okay, we can separate the code, okay, from design view. So that is nothing but for reusability. The advantage of this pattern is just reusability, code reusability. So I will show you how to work with that. So JavaScript is not supporting these type of patterns here. And next one here supports single page applications. Yeah, it is very, very popular one. Okay, so why React got much popular? Because of this single page application and data binding. These are the major roles here. So single page application. What is single page application? So right now I am giving some overview about this concept, and we are spending around 1 week to 10 days with this single page application. First of all, what is the single page application? I will show you. Okay, now here, yeah, this is your server. You are developing one website. That website contains different pages like home, about us, contact us. Like that, we have many pages. This is home page, and this is about us. Like that, this is one more page. What is that? Contact us. Yes. Now you deploy this project in the server and you connected with one URL address. Some X is trying to access your application. He opened the browser and sending the request to your server. Then what is happening? First of all, home page is loading into your browser. Yes, in X browser. In X browser. In this home page, program is displaying the hyperlinks for about us and contact us. When X click on this about us, one more request is going to the server and that about us is loading here. When he clicks, sorry, yes, this is about us page. Okay, 1 second. Yes, this is the about us page. Like that, contact us. One more request is going to the server and the response is coming back here. So like that, every time what is happening, the request is going to the server and response is coming. So that is the default procedure of web application. So page by page you want to access, then you need to send the request to the server. But here in this request and response process, some gap is coming between that loading the page and user view. Okay, means user has to wait some time. Yes, so that is a little bit gap we are getting, and this browser is also reloading every time. When you click on this hyperlinks, what is happening? So browser is reloading. So single page application concept they introduced to reduce this problem here. So what is the benefit of the single page application? Yes, so using this concept, we are creating one object. Okay, that is called as routing object. So that object we are creating, and all these templates, that home page, about us and contact us, we are binding with this object. Now when user is sending the first request, okay, when user is sending the first request, then enter this object loading into the browser, and in browser we are storing this object related templates in client system inside the browser. Mean these three templates now storing in this browser system. If user click on this, okay, about us, then the page is opening from here. Contact us, the page is opening from here. Means next time onwards, no need to go to the server to access the pages. That is the main purpose of single page. Okay, means initially at the time of loading the application first time only, we are sending the all templates to the client system. So later when he want to navigate from one page to another page, home page to about us to contact us, no need to come to the server because those pages are storing in the cache memory location of client system only. So those pages that time displaying on the browser. So this concept we are calling as single page application, means we need not reload the browser again and again. Without reloading the browser, we can show the information of next pages like about us, contact us, or any other page. Okay, so that is the main concept of the single page application. This single page application is supporting by this React.js, and we are spending, I told you already, around 1 week to 10 days. So this time only we are discussing how to work with authentication, authorization, and role-based routing. Okay, so for administrator, I want to provide some pages accessibility. For manager, I want to provide very few pages accessibility. So that role-based routing, login concept, logout concept, everything we are covering in this point of view. Is it clear? Yeah, it is very, very important concept for us. Next one here supports many validators. Yeah, you want to perform the validations on the form controls. In JavaScript, we are writing individual logics here, but in React.js, it is providing different types of validation. Directly, we can apply these validations on the form controls. I will explain you how to work with these validations. Next one supports JSX format. Yes. So here, this is very important for us. JSX means nothing but JavaScript XML. What is JavaScript XML? Nothing is there. So we can mix HTML with JavaScript coding. That is the concept of JSX. Is it clear? We can mix HTML with JavaScript. So generally what happens if I write HTML code inside the JavaScript, it gives the error message. Okay, it gives the error message. If you place any HTML inside the JavaScript, so it raises the error message. But using JSX, we can simply combine these two scripts. The advantage is, for example, I'm executing one function JavaScript. The result I want to display on the HTML control. So in this point of view, directly we can play the HTML control below of that function execution. So we can mix these two. So like that, this is very advantage for us to combine HTML with JavaScript in the form of JSX. I will explain you how to work with the JSX and what are the rules we need to follow to work with the JSX. Those things we'll discuss. Okay, next one here. Yeah, React Native is there. Yeah. So React Native supports cross mobile applications. Yeah. So here you want to develop any mobile apps for Android. Okay, Android mobiles, we are using Android technology. iOS, Xamarin is there, like that. Different technologies we have to develop the apps to run with iOS mobile. Okay, iPhone, and Microsoft is there, Microsoft mobile. So further we have different technologies to develop the apps. So for example, if I develop any mobile app using Android, will it run under iOS and Microsoft mobile? No. Again, you need to implement one more app for this iOS and one more app for the Microsoft mobiles. Yes. So like that here, the problem is it is very costly procedure to client point of view to implement different apps to run with different mobile phones. Okay. So for that, already one technology is there, phone gap is there. That phone gap is providing one opportunity for us. What is that? Only one mobile app supports any type of mobile phones. Okay, that is cross mobile application. Not only phone gap, React JS with native, React with native also support the same concept. So React native we are using to develop the mobile applications. That mobile application which you implemented, that application supports Android mobiles, iPhone, as well as Microsoft or any other mobile devices. Means single application. So cross mobile devices, any mobile device it supports. So that is very, very useful to client. Okay, because he need not pay money for many apps. Only single app he can go with that, and that app runs under different mobile phones. That is React Native. So coding is React coding only. Native is providing some uh, controls, some controls. Those controls are nothing but mobile controls. So in web application, we are using HTML controls. Like that in mobile application, so that mobile related controls we can activate by using a native library. So that's why who have idea on this React JS, they can easily work with that React native mobile app development also. Is it clear? Yes. Next one here, very important one, supports virtual DOM. This concept is not there in Angular, and Angular is not providing direct mobile application development, and JSX is also not available in Angular. Okay, and Angular also supports validated single page application and pattern also it supports. Remaining concepts it is supporting, but virtual DOM, so that is very important. We have in this React JS, it is not available in Angular. What is virtual DOM here? I guess you people heard about this DOM. Okay, DOM is, what is DOM? That first we need to discuss. For example, you created one HTML page. Yes, in this HTML page, yeah, just now we displayed the image controller. Like that, one text box you are displaying here and one paragraph. Like that, you design one HTML page in this way. Okay. Yes. So paragraph you're displaying here. Now, when we load this HTML page, first of all, in memory location, RAM memory, one object is creating, means some memory is allocating. This memory we are calling as DOM memory. So this memory holds the information of this page like image control, okay, input. For every control internally, some objects are creating in this memory. So based on this memory only, the result is displaying on the browser. This is browser. In this browser, it displays the image control and text box here like that, paragraph like that. Now, see, based on the memory location only, the controls are displaying on the browser. This memory is creating through the file, that HTML file. Now, if you do any modifications, if you update the data of this text box or any other updates you perform, then accordingly this DOM is updating. Okay. So, but here in this case, only that control is not updating. Every time DOM is recreating with the updates. Is it clear? This DOM is recreating. So sorry, 1 second. Yes. So if you do any modification, I modify the text box value or I modify the image source, then what is happening? Entire DOM is recreating. Actually, only that control, if it is modified here in this DOM, it is good for us, but entire object is recreating again and again for single control modification also. So it is taking some time at the time of modifying the data. So for the React developers, they introduced one concept here. That concept is nothing but virtual DOM concept. What is virtual DOM? It is nothing but so same object, okay, which we have for the HTML file. One more object it is creating. So this object is creating between this original DOM and your browser. What is the role of this object? If you do any modifications in the browser, it is identifying only those modifications, and those modifications it is applying on the original DOM. Means here, which control you modified, only that patchwork is updating on the original DOM instead of recreating again and again. Is it clear? So that's why when we are performing the update operations, so you can easily see the differences between Angular and React. I will show you that one. So React updates are very faster than Angular updates because React virtual DOM concept is introduced. So it is updating only that area. But in Angular, there is no virtual DOM. So entire DOM is recreating every time. Not only in Angular, if you take Vue.js, Backbone, or any other technology, so every time the DOM is recreating. That is the major problem there. But it is overcome here with this virtual DOM concept. So practically, I will show you how to use this virtual DOM, everything here. So anyhow, that is very important concept for us. Supports virtual DOM. Okay. Next one here supports Redux. Yeah, Redux concept we are discussing. It is very important. So it is state container. So right now I'm not discussing anything about this, what is state container, everything. So see, nothing is there. You want to transfer the data from one page to another page. Okay, in your application, many pages are there. So one page information you want to transfer to another page. In that point of view, using Redux, I will explain this concept. Before this concept, we are discussing about the protocols, types of protocols, stateless protocols, and state management objects like local storage, session storage, like that. These concepts we are covering. After that, what the benefit of Redux compared with this local storage, session storage, like that we are discussing that point of view. It supports Redux. And next one here, coding is very simple. Okay, that is main advantage. Simple coding. Yeah, JavaScript if you take, so for every concept we need to write number of lines coding, but in React JS everything is simplified. That is very, very big advantage for us. So these are the main advantages we have in React JS compared with JavaScript. Is it clear? So we need to discuss programs based on these concepts here. Okay. So first of all, here React JS is very simple in coding point of view. and providing more features like data binding, single page application, a virtual DOM, and support JSX format, and a class component. It is supporting functional component. So what is the component, how to work with the class and functional components, how to work with the hooks, life cycle hooks. So we have different types of life cycle hooks for both functional component, class component, everything we are covering here. So this is the basic information about this. Yeah. What are the features we have in this React.js? Okay. Yes. Now here JavaScript is mandatory for us. The prerequisite is to learn this React.js is JavaScript. So in JavaScript point of view, complete JavaScript is required. Okay, complete JavaScript. So that's why here you people may have idea on JavaScript or may not, I don't know. But in these sessions, I am discussing the JavaScript first. Once JavaScript is completed, then only I will start the React.js concepts. JavaScript advanced, not only core JavaScript, advanced JavaScript is also important. So we are discussing the complete core and advanced JavaScript. Around 20 days, minimum 20 days I'm spending with the JavaScript. Okay, so in the JavaScript we are covering so object-oriented programming, objects, closures, okay, callbacks, and ECMAScript concepts. Next one, we are discussing bind apply these methods, event bubbling, event trickling, and hoisting. So promises, async await, ajax, like that complete JavaScript, event looping, okay, event looping, how to work with the event looping, and how to apply the asynchronous functionalities on the request and response. All these concepts in JavaScript we need to cover. Then only can understand the React.js concepts. Okay, so that's why initially I'm discussing the JavaScript concepts. After that, I will start the React.js, and at the time of discussion at middle, we are discussing how to work with the MongoDB, how to connect with the API services. Okay, I will explain Node.js API services. You can, if you know Java.NET, you can replace that node with Java.NET, and I will discuss with MongoDB. Okay, how to fit the database and how to integrate jQuery in your React application, and how to integrate so Bootstrap in your React application. Yes, how to work with the functional as well as class components, lifecycle hooks, routing concept, and material design controls in React.js. How do you the material design controls? Okay, so React also supported material design controls, just like Bootstrap material design controls we have, like that we have material design controls to create the rich web applications. All these concepts we're discussing here. Is this clear? Yes. So these concepts, video sessions are available, and notes I am providing to you, day-wise notes, and the programs also I'm uploading in Google Drive along with the videos and notes. You can access that Google Drive and you can practice the programs. And with this batch, we are discussing the mini project also, not real-time project, mini project based on the topics which we are covering now. So based on this project topics, we are covering the mini project also. After that, you want to do real-time project, you can do that is around 4 months duration real-time project. But in this batch, only mini project we are discussing here. And total time duration is minimum 60 days. Sometimes it is extended into 1 week or 10 more days. So you can fix it for 70 to 75 days. Okay. Yes. Not complete within 45 days like that, because we have huge course content in both React as well as JavaScript point of view. Okay. So you can estimate for 70 days at least. That is the concept. Yeah. What is that question? Yeah, here, see this. Which one is better and going to remain in market for longer? React, Java option is better. Which Angular React? See, in both technologies playing very important role in the software industry. Honestly, that is true. And the second point is in many companies, already JavaScript developers are there, existing programmers. So that's why what the next level technology they are looking for React.js, obviously, because Angular is TypeScript based, React is JavaScript based. That's why obviously they are looking for React.js, and mostly if any new project comes, they will start with React only because already they know JavaScript. So with simple learning, they can easily migrate to React.js. That's why React Boom is also very, very good. Okay. And we have many openings with this React.js, and even Angular also very good. But one technology is enough to you. Don't attend both technologies. It is not required to have idea on both technologies, either React or Angular. So my point is you are attending React.js, you can easily go with this React.js. Okay, no doubt in that point of view. Okay, yes. So any more queries do you have? Any other queries?
Course cost, sir.
What is that? Course cost and everything you can discuss with DURGASOFT management. So if you have number, no problem. Otherwise, in website, if you type the DURGASOFT Hyderabad number, the number is available. You can contact with them. They will tell you about the fee structure, everything.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yeah. Next. Any other queries you have? Okay, fine.
Daily,
So for
the course timings will be from 9 o'clock.
your voice is breaking.
Um,
Come again, please. Hello. Yeah, this is your slot timing. I guess you asked about the slot timing, right? Yes. So this is your slot timing. Okay. Yeah. Next. Fine. So in next class, I will give you some introduction about basic HTML is required for you because in React we are creating registration, login forms. Okay. These type of concepts were implemented. That's why basic HTML is required. So I will discuss that basic HTML concept. After that, I will start the JavaScript concepts. Okay. Yes. When we finish the JavaScript, then only I will start the React.js concepts. Okay. Fine. So I guess all of you have some idea. CSS, complete CSS will not cover. I told you now, I will discuss with you how to integrate the bootstrap. So that time I will discuss some CSS concepts, but complete CSS we don't discuss here. So that is enough to you. After that, you can learn the remaining properties of CSS by using any reference website. That is very easy. Okay, you can easily learn that one. But here we don't discuss the complete CSS. Completely, we are concentrating on logics. Okay, yes, client-side logics. We are not designers, we are developers, UI developers, user interface developers, not UI designers. Okay, yes. Fine. Any more queries? Okay. See you next class. Okay. We can leave now. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, take care.